So the other day I came down to this lake and I tried throwing around a jerkbait for bass, but I failed miserably. After about 45 minutes of no bites, I went back up to the house, I grabbed an ultralight, and I thought maybe I'll come down and try to catch some panfish. Well, interestingly enough, this is what happened. Short strike and gill, guaranteed. There's a bite, come on. Got him. Oh, what is this? What is this? Oh my gosh. Something was really light biting this. This has got to be a bass, I bet. Oh my gosh, this is big. Now, I think my drag is a wee bit loose. This is kind of surprising. I was thinking maybe crappie, maybe perch, if I'm lucky a jumbo gill, but I'm pretty sure this is going to be a bass. Yeah. Oh crap. All right. Ultralights, getting it done. My son is currently napping and I came out here to do a little bit of fishing and I am pleasantly surprised with the results. This is the same rig I was using the other day for that jumbo perch. 2.2-inch mule minnow, 1/16 ounce fire red mule jig underneath a slip float. And I was thinking maybe I'll catch a couple perch, maybe I'll catch a crappie, but no, a nice chunky bass, dude. It's freaking awesome. All right, let's set her free here. See you, buddy. Okay, kick off. There you go. You know, I love these float rigs early on in the year, whenever the water's cold, really. Late in the season, early in the season. I love them because it allows you to vertically present a bait and fish it really slow. And, you know, obviously it can work for numerous species, but I was definitely expecting some perch off the bottom or maybe some suspended crappie, but that was a wonderful surprise. There's bite. Come on, take it down. Come on. He's tapping it. There's bite. He's biting it. Take it. Eat it. He's got it. Got him. That's what I figured. Little dinky bluegill. You know, he's not actually that small. He's actually kind of bulbous, pretty chunky, but short, very short. And he's actually, like I said, he's kind of a chunky little guy. It's kind of what I expected. Like I said, rigged up the 1.2 on the exact same rig, same color and everything, and already caught a fish. So I'm pretty darn sure this will be my quantity bait, whereas the last one was my quality bait. Let's see if we can't catch another. There's a bite. Got him. Yes, sir. Hey, decent perch. Not a giant by any means, but healthy fish. Beautiful. As I suspected, these short strikers are just a little bit small to get that 2.2-inch minnow down. You know, this and the bluegill are obviously pretty dinky, but you know, you got to just use the right size bait and you can catch these fish. You know, at this time of year too, I'll take really anything I can get. You know, the fishing's definitely still slow, so I'll take the dinks all day long. It's fun to watch that float just doink, 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 doink. There's a bite. He's got it. Hey, that might be a good one. Oh Lord, what is this gonna be? This might just be a bass. Holy smokes. What the heck? How? The 1.2, how? How? Is this a big bass eating a 1-inch minnow? Why? I'm telling you, these bass are inactive. You gotta just hang something in their face. Holy smokes. It's a good one. Oh no, don't do that. Don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. Oh my gosh. It's bigger than the one earlier. Holy smokes. Are you kidding me right now? This is wild. About the same as the one earlier. Oh, look at that. Are you kidding me? These fish are inactive and they want something really small hung right in their face. Golly. I was not expecting two really solid, probably 16-inch bass. Nice and chunky. Turn this one loose. You know, this is in a different location than the other one, so I don't think it's the same fish. That's hilarious though. Golly. I'm out here thinking maybe I'll catch some panfish today. Nope, we're just catching bass. That's hilarious. I was surprised by the bass that ate the 2.2-inch minnow, let alone a bass that just decided to eat the 1.2-inch minnow. This is kind of funny to me. It's honestly hysterical, but I think it really does tell you something. You know, the bass this time of year not only are really inactive, but clearly they're not necessarily that interested in big jumbo meals. They just want easy meals. That is the key. If there's an easy 1-inch minnow hanging right in their face, they're gonna eat it. You know, I cannot believe I have not caught a fish on a jerkbait yet this year. Like, that's wild to me. But the fact that I haven't, it tells me that what I need to do with the jerkbait is I probably need to slow down and let it pause for a lot longer. My guess is I have not been patient enough because this float rig is catching them, and that's because I am letting it hang there for like 30 seconds, a minute at a time, as compared to a jerkbait where I'm gonna let it sit for 6-8 seconds at a time. So clearly, I've learned something at the bare minimum from today's fishing trip. This is hilarious. There's a bite. He's got it. Is this gonna be another bass? I think it is. Yes, it is. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Freaking another nice one. 2-pound test. We're ultralight fishing and we're catching nice bass. This really was not the intention, I promise you. Another nice one. Not as big as the last one, a little bit shorter. Solid fish nonetheless. No, it's about the same actually. Oh, are you kidding me? Dadgummit. This is the problem with trying to land fish in this gunk. I high sticked my rod and just kind of had a bad leverage point on that hook. And you know, it's obviously a really small hook, but that's not necessarily the reason I lost him. It's because I screwed up the angle, but oh well, it is what it is. It's a quick release. It was another nice fish, probably 15-16 inches again. As you can see, I obviously caught some fish and they were respectable fish, and that got me thinking. You know, the float rig right here, the slip float rig to be particular, this thing is freaking dynamite. It's dynamite in cold water, and it's dynamite for numerous species. So I wanted to talk about it a little bit, share some thoughts on it, share what I like to do. I'm still relatively new to this rig, but I gotta be honest with you, I'm gonna be fishing with this thing a lot moving forward, especially when the water temperature is less than 50 degrees as it is right now. Anyways, I don't have a ton of time to fish. I just got done working, so I'm just gonna kind of fish a little bit, hopefully catch a couple, no matter what. I mostly just wanted to share with you how effective a slip float rig can be. You know, whether you're fishing with live bait or with artificials. Anyways, let's get started. I've got two setups right here, but I'm gonna start with this one right here. It's got the 2.2 inch mule minnow, a little bit larger profile. This one's got the 1.2. We've been getting a lot of rain today and the water's kind of high and muddy, so I figure we're better off with a little bit larger profile. All right, we're just gonna fish in the same location where I had some success the other day. And today I actually re-rigged, and I'm using a 7-foot ultralight as compared. Oh, there's a bite already. Come on, take it down, come on. Oh, he was freaking taking it. He had the float all the way under. Good sign. I think I might go do the 1-2 punch. I'm gonna go grab my 1.2, a little bit smaller profile. Whatever this is gonna take it down. Try to be kind of stealthy here. If I yell too loud, he's probably gonna kick off. Anyways, technically speaking, you can really use whatever length rod you want. I just think that a little bit longer rod gives you a little more leverage to set the hook and move the line. It also gives you the ability to cast just a little bit further, which can be beneficial when you're fishing from the bank. I don't think I need to fish very far off the bank today. This is kind of a steeper bank. It's got a lot of brush underneath it, and that's the reason there's fish here. Oh, one's got it. He's carrying it. Take it down, take it down. Oh, I guarantee this is a small bluegill. I'm letting him take it because he hasn't pulled it under yet. He's just moving it. For the slip float rig, you really need a couple things. You know, you can use live bait on a hook if you want, but I like to use artificials. It's just kind of my style as an angler. So I'm using a mule jig with a mule minnow right now, but you can use really whatever you want. And then, like I said, you just need a slip float, bobber stops, and then a little bit of split shot weight is always good too, because you definitely need to have enough weight to get that bobber to rise up and get to the bobber stop quick. If you don't have enough weight, sometimes it gives you a little bit of problems, and that's where whenever I'm using really small stuff like this, I'll add some split shot. And personally, I like fly fishing split shot. It's much smaller and it works really well on this light line that I'm using. Well, there's definitely fish in the area. The question is, can I make one actually eat it? There's lots of slip floats on the market. I'm using one of the mule peg floats. You can actually use this two different ways. You can either take this out and actually physically peg the float to the line, or you can rig it how I have, and that's a slip float. Here's my bobber stop. It's just one of those string type ones. They're super cheap. You can get those pretty much anywhere. And then, like I said, here's a 1.2 inch mule minnow on a 1/80th ounce fire red mule jig. Anyways, hopefully we're about ready to catch a fish on it. Wonder if I should, oh, come on. Are you kidding me? He had that. There he is. Yes. Got him. Oh, it's a perch. And he's actually not a bad one. I can't believe if this was the culprit that was short striking so much. Look at this beautiful fish. He's peeing on me. That was not pee. I thought it was pee. My friends, it's that time of year. Yeah, that's not pee. I'm pretty sure this is a male. We'll just put it that way. Anyways, wow. Talk about beautiful colors. I tell you, this time of year when they're spawning, their colors are just next level. Love it. All right, see you, buddy. I don't know if he was short striking because he's in the spawn mode and he's not super interested in eating, or if he was short striking because he's just a little stink. I don't know. Either way, it goes to show the float rig, my friends. Ultralight tackle or not, it's a fantastic rig. Numerous species, cold water especially, when the fish are either bottom oriented, suspended. I'm telling you, there's not a lot of rigs that you can present like this. And I love the fact, oh, I'm getting another bite. Take it down, my guy. I love the fact that you can set it to whatever depth you want. You can fish it shallow, you can fish it deep. It's so effective. It's a huge rig for crappie anglers, and that makes so much sense because crappie are notorious for suspending in the water column, and this is such an awesome rig to allow you to target those fish. I guess the only other thing I failed to mention earlier is you put a bead between your float and your bobber stop, so that way your float never goes over the bobber stop. I don't think that would happen with this particular float because the hole's too small, but can't really hurt to put that bead on there. Unfortunately, I'm running out of time. I only had a few minutes. I've got chicken on the smoker right now, and I need to go back up and check on that. I do not want to dry out my chicken, folks. It is very important. You don't dry out your chicken. Okay, well, unfortunately, I ran out of time, and I gotta go up to the house and finish cooking dinner. But between the bass the other day and the perch today, I think you get the point. This float rig right here, it's dynamite. It's something that every angler should have in the box. And when the water temperatures are low, the reality is it's hard to catch fish. And this is a rig that you can rely on to actually make a few fish bite, which I think is just fantastic because, you know, I don't know about you, but come early spring, when the fishing is slow, I just want to catch something. I'm so tired of winter. I want to start catching fish, and this is a rig that can do it for me. Anyways, I'm going to go finish cooking those chicken breasts. They're actually wrapped with bacon, my friends. You can wrap anything with bacon, and it's delicious. So, enough yipping and yapping. I hope you have a great night. We'll catch you next time.